Have you ever been watching a movie and noticed this? Well, that's called a cut. Movies or shows are generally full of cuts, but not always. When a shot just keeps going without any cuts, it's called a oneer. Many oneers have hidden cuts, just like I did there. But I wanted to make a film with no cuts, because editing takes a really long time. Here, check this out. I made a short film a while back, and it took me like a whole month to edit. Look at all that. All of those are cuts. So a film with no cuts means basically no editing. And then Canon reached out to me and sent me out the Canon EOS C80, which thanks to Canon for sponsoring this video. I had an idea to do an action scene at nighttime for this film, which means shooting in low light and moving fast. But that's why I knew we could do it with the C80. It does great in low light because it has triple base ISO, it's super easy to use handheld, which is pretty important for a fast action scene, and it shoots 6K RAW, which means this film is gonna look really good. And if we're going to do an action scene, I have always wanted to hit someone in the head with a bottle. Not a real bottle, one of those prop ones that they use in movies. They're made from a special type of glass that breaks easily, so it doesn't hurt when you get hit by one. It's called breakaway glass, and it's not actually glass at all. Modern breakaway glass is made from a plastic resin. The only issue is that you get 6 for $100.
That's kind of lame.
So we're gonna need to make our own from scratch. And that means turning to an older technique of making breakaway glass, sugar glass. I slammed that into the table, that was pretty loud. The recipe is simple. First, you need to make a mold of a bottle out of silicone. Okay, I hope this doesn't go poorly. Despite never having used silicone before, there we go. This was the easy part. Ugh. Okay, we have a silicone mold of a bottle in here. But now the more challenging part,
You did it.
sugar glass. To make sugar glass, you need more than just sugar. You need to combine water, sugar, and corn syrup. You also use something called cream of tartar, which keeps the glass from getting cloudy. Then finally food dye to make the bottles whatever color you want. After letting it boil for a while, we poured it into our mold, put it in the freezer, and after 30 minutes, we were ready to unveil our first bottle. Oh no. Look at that. And it pooled at the bottom.
Yeah, that's what.
Look at that.
That's why it felt heavy.
Oh geez. This is horrible.
Wow.
Maybe you're wondering why this breakaway bottle is so important. The film is about a pizza delivery guy who stumbles in on a home robbery. Then he has to fight his way out while protecting the pizza he's meant to deliver. He fights 3 different robbers, and the last one he smashes in the head with a bottle. And since it's about a robbery, we're gonna need to film at night, which actually presents a new issue. It's summertime, so it doesn't get dark until 9:30 here in Michigan. And we have to be out of our location by midnight, meaning we only have 2.5 hours to get this shot.
Action.
That might sound like a lot of time to get just one shot, but there's a lot that could go wrong.
Oh, I put a hole in the wall!
Oh, snap.
Every take is at least 5 minutes.
I got a tip for you!
And if we make any mistake in those 5 minutes, then we have to start all over again at the very beginning of the shot.
Action.
Cut. That punch looked fake. Then it takes time to reset, give notes, make changes. At our fastest, it'll take us 15 minutes per take, which means that we'll probably only have 10 shots to do it right by midnight. So since we'll have so little time on shooting day, we're definitely gonna want a... Here's the storyboard. These 2 shots, we're kind of moving out, we're following you, that's the easy part.
Hello?
Then you walk in, turn, and see robber 1. And that's when the action starts. Since we're filming this whole movie in one shot, it's sort of like a stage play. And just like a stage play, the best way to make sure we do everything right the first time is rehearsing. Our goal is to be able to do one full uncut take by the end of the day.
Jordan, this Pete.
Oh my goodness. But there's a lot to do before we can get there.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I went too far.
The reason this is so hard is it's not just the actors that have choreography. The camera does too. And there's some pretty tricky camera moves for this film. We had spent a day beforehand testing the camera and realized that fully rigging it wasn't going to be an option.
Okay, cut. That is super heavy. Oh my goodness.
All this rigging adds weight, but with the Canon EOS C80, I don't really need a rig to use it. It can run for hours without needing a V-mount, which is easily the heaviest part of my rig. Internal NDs mean I don't have to worry about a screw-on filter or matte box, which is a huge help when shooting outside. It has dual SD card slots too, so we could record all night without having to take time to dump footage.
Action.
All this means that the camera stays light and mobile.
Okay, that was pretty shaky.
But the most important aspect to a oneer is stabilization. When running around handheld like this, it's really easy to end up with a shaky shot. But the C80 has digital image stabilization, taking a shaky shot like this and making it much smoother like this. There are two modes, and we felt like the standard mode worked better for this film while still giving us a smoother shot. So over the course of the day, we kept cleaning up the choreography, and we started getting longer and longer takes, until we finally got a full run through. Twice. Now there's just getting the fake pan made, swapping a fake pizza for a real pizza, lighting the entire recording space, all the sound without getting the boom
finding
shot,
someone
to play our third robber, and of course, we still need that sugar glass bottle. I told my wife what had happened with the previous bottle, and apparently, temperatures matter a lot when working with sugar. It's why we ended up with the papery goo. So I got this candy thermometer, 300 degrees, hard crack. That's what we're going for. Now that we knew about the temperature, it was just a matter of pouring our first successful bottle.
Oh yeah, it's starting to get brown.
It is the moment of truth. My biggest concern is that it's just gonna be a bunch of no flippin' way. Holy frick! I've never done this before. I've always wanted to do this. Here we go. Ow.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Holy crap. So we made glass is what we did.
Yeah. Oh my god. Whoa.
So that was a little too much. Getting a good bottle meant getting an even layer of sugar all around the mold. Too thick and the bottle won't break away. Too thin,
Oh. No.
not nearly enough. But that was only one of our problems. We also kept getting brown bottles. I'm ready.
Okay, and
Sugar burns really easily, and whenever it did, we had to pour it out and start over, which was taking us some time. Oh yeah. And we were gonna need a whole lot more. We started getting a system down, and we were getting bottles out every 20 to 30 minutes. We were aiming for at least 10 bottles, but we ended up with a few extra. Good. But then, I went downstairs the next morning. They're super sticky. Oh, wow. I left some bottles out on the table overnight, and they started melting. And this all on the morning of shooting day. We packed up the sugar glass bottles anyway to use for practice, but they're not gonna work for the final shot. We needed a new recipe. It looks like some people use something called isomalt. And we came across isomalt. It's a sugar substitute meant for hard candy. And all it takes to make is water and food dye. And best of all, it doesn't burn very easily.
Isomalt is crazy awesome.
So assuming it works, this is way better than sugar glass.
It looks like a bottle.
Dude, that looks so good.
But there's still a lot more to do before nighttime. Like I said before, it doesn't get dark until 9:30. So we spent the entire day getting everything in place for when it gets dark. Once it hits 9:30, however many bottles we have is it. There's no more changing lighting or actors rehearsing. To have the time to do this shot, we will absolutely, definitely need to start shooting at 9:30. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. Exactly. And we gotta start shooting. And we're mildly ready. I'm really bad at time management. But with the extra time, we made the most of it. We kept making more bottles.
That looks great.
And actors kept practicing their choreography.
No, get off me!
Oh, I put a hole in the wall.
Oh, snap. You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Whoa.
We haven't even started filming yet.
Nose goes, it was not me.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it was me. We went
Can be
for it.
speckled and painted.
Okay.
It can be simple. There is an entire thing for covering these holes and then painting. You see it's speckled.
Holy crap.
On the plus side, I was 100% rolling. So, like, I got...
Why does it look like an egg?
Because
In
it's
my opinion,
It's the
that's
shape of an
Why
egg.
is it egg shaped?
your girl went straight banana peel into the wall.
Was that the large thud that I heard?
Probably.
I'd like to give a special thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Gough for letting us use their home. By this point, we still had yet to do a camera test run during nighttime. Nighttime is challenging for shooting because of camera noise, which is caused by setting your ISO setting too high on your camera in the dark. But the C80 has triple base ISO. Every time I switch to one of these three numbers, which are base ISOs, there will be significantly less noise. So I can even set the camera to 12,800 to see in the dark and still get a clean image. And once we got inside, it was pretty clear this film was going to look pretty cool.
You will set the bottle down.
But now it was actually 11:30. So yeah, we weren't ending at midnight. This was our one night to film here.
And in 3,
We needed to wrap this up quick.
2,
Everyone got into place,
1,
and we began take one.
action.
To pull this off, we have several people hiding just out of frame, ready to jump into action. So it was no surprise when someone ended up in the shot. Not just once either.
Told you to wear hats.
But this was the first take after all, and there's always a lot of mistakes on the first take, which is why we used one of our backup brown bottles instead of the nice green ones. And I let it keep running, because it was about time we got a first bottle smash on camera.
Got a tip for you.
Yeah, on to take 2. Because there's so much for me to keep track of, it's really easy for me to make a mistake too.
I messed that up.
And when I do, it means we have to start over.
I do understand.
There are tons of lines and choreography for all the actors to remember.
Sorry, I didn't do the clock.
And even when they do remember everything, it's easy to make a mistake during a fight scene.
I got a tip for you. Oh,
All right, Tails.
sorry. I tripped over the spatula.
With so many moving parts, some things were bound to go wrong.
You're getting raised up, man. Kill the 150.
But in as little as 10 minutes, we were able to go again.
I got a tip for
Are you okay?
you. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
And no matter how many times it took,
Okay, cut. The pen didn't make contact.
we were having a blast.
Action.
And then finally, on take number 8, we got the shot.
Okay, cutting.
I'm super happy with how this film turned out, especially with how good it looks, which was thanks to the C80. It really handled the low light super well. If you're not already, subscribe to see more filmmaking content, and if you want to see the film we made, click on the video on screen.